Hello, check, check. Hello, check.
Hello, hello, check, check. आवाज आ रही है? हेलो फोन फोन फोन
Hello, check, check. Hello, Srinivas. Hello, check, check. Works, right?
नहीं बराबर है रे ये तो और घूम रहा हाँ हाँ इसको
नहीं नहीं.
भी आप कुछ लिखा check check check
सेकेंड में ज्यादा है इस बार.
हाँ
अब उसके बाद तो फिर
वहाँ का भी फर्स्ट में चलेगा हेलो हेलो सामने रखना चाहिए हेलो हेलो हेलो
हेलो चेक. अब वो जो भी प्रेजेंट करते हैं पूरी वाली
आई जा रहा हूँ ऐसा बात कर
Hello, check. Hello, check, check. Hello. Hello, hello. हेलो।
भाई ये तो सुना देंगे, तेरे हाथ में है ना। ये लिंक कर देना।
चेक। ओ ये आ रहा जा रहा भी है। इसे डिस्कनेक्ट कर दो।
हाँ
वो कनेक्ट करा लो। ये बदल। मैं तो ये
हेलो हेलो। हेलो चेक चेक।
तीन हो गए ना, तीन नहीं दो वो।
वो चल रहा है।
चेक। हेलो 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 नहीं हुआ। हेलो 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 चेक 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 चेक। हेलो 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 चेक चेक चेक। check, 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 check. Mm.
It's also pretty flexible time. He wants to do a lot of things with students also. He got ये वाला
like to observe? Okay. अरे क्या क्या अरे Okay, guys, let's welcome Shantanu Deshpande. And we definitely have our own Professor Team Titans also. Okay. It would be foolish if I actually give you introduction of Shantanu because you all know more about it, especially in the last 2 days, given that you all were on the streets doing something, and he's very excited to see. But definitely a journey, that keeps him amazing is when he talks about the true stuff behind, whatever he has done. So I'm sure in his last 10 years of entrepreneurial journey, there has been a lot of highs and lows, and we have also seen him talking about it, right? Raw, unfiltered, etc. Now today when I just met him again, he was like, should we, when students are presenting, do we want to do some okay, good type presentations, or do we want to go the true way, right? We know the answer at Mesa, right? So it's going to be the other way, but definitely with a lot of constructive criticism and I hope appreciation, because we have seen. So his team and I were like awake last night just doing this, right? Like along with Tariq for a lot of UG presentations that also we had. So we were like looking at it. We liked a lot of them. I'd like to mention also about 15 of them were really good that we would have liked to present, but we also want to hear Shantanu today, not only us, right? So finally, the team has like picked up about close to 4 to 5 presentations that will go live. You all presented today based on the time that we have. Okay. For all others, we want to do a short Q&A at the end so that we also can hear how could have we approached it differently if not covered in those 4 5 presentations, right? We start for it. I think rules are very clear. 5 minutes for each presentation, followed by 2 minutes of Q&A. That's how we are going to do it. Okay. Please take your seat, Judge. And we get started. Once after the presentations, we want definitely Shantanu to do a debrief and talk about some amazing stuff that he has to talk about, right? But before that, I'll just invite him to the stage and maybe cover something. Yeah, please.
Hi, good morning. Okay, awesome. So Varun, very kind enough to invite me. Spending time with students is always extremely valuable. Some I get a lot of joy from. Before we start, so I think we have a couple of hours together, and I'm really looking forward to it. Before we start, I think I'll just give you some context of who I am and what the assignment was and what we're going to talk about in the latter half of these 2 hours. So my name is Shantanu Deshpande. I'm the founder and CEO of Visage Lines. Visage Lines is the parent company that owns 2 brands, Bombay Shaving Company and Bombay. Bombay Shaving Company is the anchor brand. We started it 10 years ago. Bombay is a more newer brand for women, which we started around 4 years ago. Collectively, our company does around 700 crores of revenue in top line, which has grown almost 3 times over last year and almost 10 times over 3 years before that. We are a culture-coded brand for limitless expression of young India through feature-rich products that provide hair removal solutions. That's fundamentally what we do. Culture-coded, feature-rich, limitless expression, young India, hard-working products. So that's what we do over and over again. You would have seen that in the assignment as well. We are fundamentally an online DNA business. You'll see us do a lot of content. You'll see us do a lot of D2C. You'll see us on e-commerce, quick commerce, a lot more than you'll see us in distribution. But as the company scales from 700 to hopefully 2,000 crores, we should be able to get into distribution as well. Today, I'm here to talk about how we built out a brand in a category where word of mouth is close to zero. The product is used alone inside a bathroom with no conversation afterwards. It's very unlike a lot of consumer product categories. Like if you look at athleisure or clothes or food or watches or any of these categories which are either socially consumed or shown outside in the real world, our category has no word of mouth and is used alone, privately. So how do you build brand campaigns? How do you build communication? How do you become conversational? The fact that I walked into this room and many of you may recognize me is the result of efforts that we started around 4 or 5 years ago, purely on building the brand in a way that does not seem like it is being advertised. So that's the fundamental of Bombay Shaving Company. We don't like to sell explicitly. We like to sell implicitly. Everything I do today is selling Bombay Shaving Company to all of you. I'm not here to teach or to spend time or whatever. I'm not. I'm here to sell. And this is my relationship with you is, and then over a period of time, it might become deeper as you become consumers, and maybe hopefully, if some of you work at Bombay Shaving Company, etc., it becomes deeper. But right now, at this very moment, I'm always selling. Okay, so we had an assignment on one of our products, and thank you so much. I went through some of the stuff. It was so well done. So I'm really looking forward to the ones that have been shortlisted and even the ones beyond. For me, it's always about the basics. It's never about big things. It's always about small things. The big things will happen. Small things matter. Small things matter most. So when it comes to brand, it's never about big campaigns, big ideas, silver bullets. It's never. It's always about the small details. It's always about the small insights. That's where real nuclear energy comes from, very small places. So today I'm looking forward to those small ideas which have got huge potential and detail orientation. So that's what I love, and hopefully today we can see a lot of it. So thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so much, Shantanu. I think super excited. I think I myself, as I said, like I also met him. It's my birthday, guys. I gave him bouquet. He gave me the bouquet back. But yeah, I think really excited for the presentations. And as we said, I think Parth also mentioned, we have 4 top teams that Shantanu has selected: 2 from UG and 2 from PG. And the first one is group number 14. Where are you all? UG group number 14. Amazing stand up. Can you all please give them a huge applause? I think I have seen them actually present version 1 that day in that cabin, and I was really impressed. And today you're here. Quickly, you have to be faster, and I'm really excited to see you present here. Timer should be on. 5 minutes of presentations and 2 minutes of Q&A. Parth already mentioned. Let's stick to that. Okay, awesome.
Hello everyone, I am Fatima Najmi.
Hi everyone, I'm Vedant.
Hi guys, I'm Paris.
Vedant Kasat. So while we were discussing about idea, like what to present, so we were highly confused and we were pivoted like almost 3-4 ideas before this, and then we came to this one.
So basically what we want the campaign to show is that buying 12 razors at a time from Bombay Shaving Company is the smartest financial thing you can do. And we're doing this with a hint of exaggeration to bring out the comedy and everything.
So who are we targeting to? We are targeting to 18 to 28 urban hustler and someone who is the target segment is someone who is focused on finance as well. Like recent times, all the, let's say our target audience is men's, and they want to financially grow. They want to look good. They want to look rich, and at the same time, they want to be financially, strong as well. So there, what our like insights we got is the people I look up to are smart with money and look good. My razor should deliver on both. So Bombay Shaving Company should deliver on both the things, as well as price and as well as looking good factor. So their content, right? Like we can example our Ranveer, LLA Finance with Sharan, all the people who are famous in finance background. So we took their example because generally this age group see that people. And three messages are like, first one is, it's the smartest financial thing you can do for your face. So we have decided that two people in the finance, it's a podcast thing. Two people are sitting in front of each other and they are discussing what could be the best financial decision. So someone is telling about stocks, someone is telling about mutual funds, and then suddenly someone says, "मैंने तो अपना best financial decision कर लिया," which is in razor in Bombay Shaving Company. The people you are aspired to use Bombay Shaving Company. Good for sensitive skin, good for your wallet. So we want to connect everything to finance, whether it's like what we say, Bombay Shaving Company ka razor, or anything like Bombay Shaving Company koi bhi product, we want to connect it to the finance so that people who are watching this can relate to each other.
Okay, the thing that this campaign is going to anchor towards is our hero film. It's going to be two lookalikes of famous podcasters. They're going to be talking, and one of them is going to be, I made the best financial decision of my life. It changed my portfolio completely. I'm making so much money on this. It builds up, the hype builds up, and then in the end, he reveals that he bought a Sensai Smart Bombay Shaving Company. Okay, we're going to release this on YouTube, and we're going to slowly release this on Reels. So one part, one part, one part to further build up the hype.
Mainly Variku and
I mean, they look alike. So.
Yeah.
For visuals, for still images, and for billboards, we thought we can do like a stock chart, but instead of green lines, they're actually Bombay Shaving Company's bright green razors. So why we think this will work is because it is coming from from like the finance world, which has a little credibility to it. Also, we're mocking something that everyone kind of finds annoying. We have found a sweet spot. People admire finance bros, but they also find them a little annoying. So we think that this will create relatability and virality.
And the value message lands here, like we mentioned 52 rupees per month. So we don't want to make it like a sales pitch. That's why I mentioned 52 rupees है. So the people in दिमाग में आता है तो 52 rupees. We don't want to mention a full price of the year. If you divide it by 12, then it comes 52 per month. So it's a mind play game. So people will think यार 52 per month, and पहले already we build up the hype कि यार best investment कर रखा है. Not we, the finance bros already build up the hype कि मेरा investment सबसे best है, मेरा portfolio ऊपर जा रहा है. We already rejected stocks, mutual funds, SIP, and then suddenly Bombay Razor Pay comes. So it creates the hype. The tagline works everywhere. Face card plus credit card is youth slang. And in the previous slide also we mentioned good for your face card and your credit card.
We're very proud of the tagline.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
The idea of having two podcasts, especially given Bombay Shaving Company's closeness to the podcast as a content strategy, very smartly done. Face card, credit card, very well done. The idea that you will save a lot of money through a 500 rupee year-long product is an exaggeration, which I like. It does run the risk of us getting trolled for it, so it has to be done well. Like if we kind of make it look very serious that this is a saving opportunity, it won't work. It is a value opportunity. It's not a saving or an investment opportunity. But so parody is one of those things that if done badly can land on the brand badly. So it's a risky approach, but frankly, I love risky approaches. So very, very well done. My one question is, why do you have three messages? Why do you not have one?
It's a hierarchy. So we want the first message to be highlighted. Then we want the second one to also be there. And then the third one is sort of a background message.
But if you have three messages, then don't you run the risk that neither will land, especially if you're going to have a film around around podcasters talking about money, how will you ever land good for sensitive skin, or is it just the end slate?
No, like there can be a one core messages. Three messages are like we can say subtopics. There can be a one core message, which is the first, which is the smartest financial decision, because overall it lies on the podcast thing. But in the end, we also need to promote Bombay Shaving Company. We can't just ki 1 minute के ad में like 56 seconds podcast and last के 4 seconds में बता दिया. So that we also need to promote Bombay Shaving Company. So last में we keep like good sensitive skin at the end of the thing.
Got it. Okay. And this is mostly a YouTube and Reels thing?
Yeah.
Got it. And what do you expect the consumer to feel when they see this? What's the behavior you want them to do the moment they interact with this campaign, let's say 4 or 5 times? 4-5 बार देख लिया. Abhi, what do you want them to feel?
First, we want them to feel a part of a community. Community that hates finance bros. So they're like talking in the comment section and stuff like that. But then we also want them to feel like this is what people are doing. This is what the new generation, the smart generation is doing. They're buying Bombay Shaving Company.
So it's about smart. Okay, I like that. Fatima, that's a very smart answer. Very smart answer. Is that our time? It's the Q&A starts or Q&A ends now? I can continue? Okay. And what channels would you use to put this content out other than YouTube and Instagram? Would you use influencers, etc., who will also kind of talk about it?
Mainly we have used YouTube only. Other than that, Instagram pe influencers only those who are like connected, like finance with Sharan is also Instagram. We can just put some reels with it, or we can just put some cutouts to create some FOMO. And I want people should go on YouTube and check it out. Ki बहुत सी बार like people are like half scene दिख रहा है उनको, but they want to see the full thing. Hype create हो गया, but है क्या last में best investment? So they'll go on YouTube and check out.
Awesome. Okay, I love this, and we'll see the other 3 as well. But what I'm going to offer is, and by the way, I love coming here because these are you're an undergraduate team, is it? Oh, you guys are so cool. Have either Parisha or Kaset, right? What's your full name?
Vedant Kaset.
Vedant Parisha, did you guys use the Sensi Smart 3? You have clearly not. Did you use the product? Did you use the product? No. Did you use it?
I used Bombay Shaving Company trimmer, not the
okay.
razor.
So, you don't use razor. So one of the first things with creating a brand campaign is to do it from a position of first-hand idea of what the product offering is.
I thought that I should use razor. Till the time I've used always trimmer only. I have Bombay Shaving.
Why do you think I shave my head?
Promotion
because I have trimmers also, so I need a beard.
Yeah.
But I have a head also, so I have to shave that also. Yeah. Plus I lost my hair, so like cool. All the real estate is used for all my products. Fatima, you will have to kind of use our Bombay products at some point. Okay, so I love interacting with students, especially undergraduate students, where there is just so much excitement. I love this. This is so smartly done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to my Arnab, who's I think in touch with the team. He's our brand director. We're going to give you guys a budget to produce this. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
And so I don't know, like typically my podcast will typically cost between 20 to 30,000 rupees to produce, like one hour podcast. You guys take 25 to 30,000 rupees from our side. But if we use the content you make, then I'll double that. Okay? And then if we use the content in ads, if we use it in social, it's fine. But if it is so good that we use it in ads, then we'll have a internship opportunity for the 3 of you. Okay? I love it. So we'll I don't know how their internships work. You guys intern during summers or during winters or fall?
They are right now interning as well.
You're interning as well? Okay, so maybe this year, next year, whatever. This is a process, but we are open 24/7.
Good internships like at Bombay Shaving Company is one of them. Like
So I love. By the way, I really like Fatima. I really liked the way you said it. That today's generation hates on fin bros, but they like to be smart, and it's such a cool insight. It is such a cool insight where you hate on something despite flowing in the same river. It's such a valuable insight. I loved it. Very cool. Well done. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Wow, I think I am so proud of you all, guys. And I hope that the next team that comes in, we hear the same from Shantanu. The next team that will be here is team number 19 from UG. Where are you all? Woo-hoo! Come fast. All the best, guys. The bar is very high. You have to match
well
it.
done. Well done. There's no camera here. Okay. I was told to move out because there's camera there. The world is all about content, no? You need to go.
Hello. Hello. So as soon as the deck loads, I think we'll have our time started. But before that, I just wanted to say we have used the product.
Oh, loving the one up, loving it.
No, so the Bombay Shaving Company razor, as well as the aftershave, and Bombay, she's used Bombay's trimmer.
Really, the 6-in-1? The 6-in-1, no? Yeah, it's a very good product. Did you buy it or did you get it? You bought it?
So, yeah, I bought it and I use it like, so I have fuzz on my face a lot, so I use it like every once in 3-4 days.
That's outstanding.
I've also used like your hair removal spray.
You did?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're pretty familiar with the product. We're pretty familiar with the company.
What are your names?
So I'm Shivansh.
I'm Divyashri.
I'm Tarun.
Tarun, Divyashri and Shivansh.
Yes,
I'm
and we'd just like to start our presentation now that the timer has started. So we started thinking first and foremost that what does this 18 to 25-year-old that we're primarily targeting with this razor is thinking about is shaving. Because we were angled with a PDF ki 52 rupees a month is what you have and you want to buy a razor for the entire year. So you're giving that sort of value proposition. And we started by saying, okay, 625 is your entire yearly spend for your entire year's clean shaves. You're going to look groomed, you're going to look as clean as possible, and you're going to look smarter than you would look in, let's say, without a shave. Let's just say that. So can I have a clicker? So we created a chai sutta index. We understood that Gillette is dominating the market because they have their father-son sort of relation. कि पापा ने Gillette use किया था, तो मेरे को भी Gillette use करना चाहिए. Because as you said on the Nikhil Kamath podcast, men are hard to attract but easy to please. So when you do that, people in my age category will stay with the product till their 30s or 40s until they have the ability or the intellectual power or the intellectual time to switch to another product. So next slide, please. So we created the Chai Sutta index with the thought of key, what is this 18 to 25-year-old spending most on? We got a very key insight by just talking to people around here and around this workspace that these people are spending around 125 to 200 rupees on just their tapri buys. That could be from daily to weekly. Be it chais, be it their sutta. They're buying it very frequently. The retention there is very, very high. So what we wanted to propose is that if you just look at your shaving spend and your tapri spend are very comparable. Yeah, sure. So this is the index that we created with it. In 8 days of their tapri spend, they can buy the 12 cartridge plus the SS3, which is the Sensi Smart shaver, for the entire year, and they will have to avoid just 8 days going on the tapri. And these are our primary roles. So our brand campaign will speak in this format. So going from primary to our reassurance. The primary brand role is that grooming products don't really publish any sort of content for their key customers. So if you've heard of Guinness, the beers, in Ireland, they have this sort of Guinness record where every pub logs how much they're selling a pint of Guinness for, and every pub is competing for that price. And whichever pub is on top, they're probably earning a lot more revenue. So there's this key factor where Guinness, whichever pub is featured on Guinness, they're earning at least 12 times to 25 times higher in that financial year. So looking at that, if we create revenue or I'm so sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, with this, we have also created a 70-day campaign strategy that we had also attached with this file submission. So the campaign strategy basically revolves around, the first is just teasers of what it can be, like a week of them guessing of what Bombay Shaving Company is going to release. After that, it's the release of the index in like newspapers. It's a whole like Chai Sutta Index related to Bombay Shaving Company and how you can make smarter spends by replacing it. And then there's also we also partner up with local tapris in wherever Bombay Shaving Company operates, where the chai cups will be provided by Bombay Shaving Company, where on the chai cup we write, okay, this chai is equal to 1/5 of your razor that you can buy. So that also promotes marketing and awareness of the product. And yeah, so the whole 70-day campaign, we won't have time to explain it in 17 seconds, but love to get into it with you later.
Along with it, we have also created a small sort of funny reel with AI for you.
Sure.
But along with it, we also plan on showing the ad का main budgeting starting part as कि यार इतना खर्च कर दिया सुट्टे में तो बॉम्बे शेविंग कंपनी का इतना बड़ा किट आ जाता. Have you got the video? Yeah, play the video. Do the video thing. Video का. Audio. It has audio.
भैया 2 कटिंग. भाई कल रात ना एक ब्लाइंड डेट थी, 500 मारा उसने. 500 का ओल्ड मंक. भाई ये 4 टेंस की है और डेट पे गया गा क्या शक्ल लेके. उस बॉम्बे शेविंग कंपनी का SS3+12C आता है, साल भर की शेविंग. लड़की भी इंप्रेस होती शायद.
Okay, Tarun, Shivansh, Divyashi, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Very interesting. I think it's a very exhaustive presentation. You guys have clearly gone wide with the thinking. I'm wondering if you have gone deep with the thinking. Okay.
We'd love to explore that.
Yeah. So things that look cool are not as effective as we might think they are. What's the fundamental place? Like if we are writing Sensi Smart 3 Bombay Shaving Company, good for skin. What is the fundamental world in which the brand is operating?
Okay, so the fundamental world which the brand is operating is obviously grooming for men.
No.
Okay.
No, it's deeper. If you look at that product, you look at the colors blue, green, and white, you look at the word Sensi, you look at sensitive skin, you look at aloe vera, you look at good for you, it's operating in a world of health.
Right.
It's operating in a good for you, health, clean world. The Chai Sutta Index is as far away from the world of Bombay Shaving Company as possible. So it's a cool idea, but it probably belongs to the world of Guinness.
Right.
It doesn't belong in the brand world of Bombay Shaving Company. So it might get eyeballs.
Right.
But is it dilutive to the brand or is it additive to the brand? I don't know. You guys are the consumers.
So let me frame this for you. Let's say we have a McKinsey consultant working in McKinsey for 2, 3 years, 3 years. He's a senior analyst. He goes out for a chai or a sutta with his colleagues. And he goes and he takes the chai and he's probably using Gillette because his dad used it in 1988 with a Mark III. And his dad has given him that Gillette and he's never really questioned it. So now he's sitting there with his friends drinking that chai and he sees the cup और he understands कि भाई ये मेरा razor burn हो गया आज क्योंकि Mark III I used it a little more. उसमें 3 blade है तो उसने मेरे को razor burn दे दिया. So when he does see this in any sort of media campaign or any awareness campaign, he will question that thinking first and foremost because this is where they're highly penetrated.
No, but Mark III से razor burn होता नहीं है.
Very little, but so we had
होता ही
3.
नहीं है. होता ही नहीं है.
Okay.
होता ही नहीं है.
Okay.
Okay, so he will not think that.
Okay.
He is fighting against a product that is truly extraordinary.
Right.
So we cannot diss the product and sell ours.
Of course.
We can take small elements which the product may not be able to cover, because as a brand you can't cover everything.
Mhm.
So we are trying to cover value, that you can get it for 50 rupees a month or 600 rupees a year. We're trying to cover sensitive, which is for a 17, 18-year-old boy, is important because they have acne and they have sensitive skin. That's the place we are in. It's a healthy place, but it's not one that because the other brand is unhealthy. It's
Right.
unlike like what is happening in the sugar and the protein world. इसमें बहुत sugar है, हमारा clean है. इसमें बहुत palm oil है, हमारा protein है. We can't do that.
Yeah, you
Now,
have to position in the
हाँ,
pricing
but
point.
yeah, because the product is good. Now the second question is, now when you say chai sutta and you index, first of all, it's complicated to understand,
Yeah.
right? The numbers, like even I found it tough to follow. So for the average person, where they're thinking about shaving like for 30 seconds a day max while shaving,
Yeah.
before and after they don't think about it.
Yeah.
It's like oral care. It's such an important category, but no one thinks about oral care. How many
Right.
people here think about their toothpaste? No one. Not a single person thinks about it actively unless there's an issue. कि sensitive हो गया, cavity हो गया, तब क्या करूँ? So it becomes reactive. But actively, no one's thinking. So how do you get in without confusing the communication? So my issue is more that this chai sutta thing is very far away from the brand world. So how do I build a communication
So
around it?
more than trying to align with brand ideas, we were just spitting out ideas of something that'll be very risky and very bold. And we came up with this, and we're like, it does not make sense at all, but it works because I know a lot of people, they think in terms of that. Like I have heard people saying, bro, don't buy this, you can buy like 10 suttas.
That's a good insight. Okay, so that's a good insight. So is it? So you're basically making currency through non-currency, right? So now, other than chai sutta, what can it be?
It could be other things that they use daily that are not. So we're also doing this. So you said unhealthy and healthy. So they can replace their unhealthy habits and get something healthy for their face. Because while spending on tapris, they barely think. They just do it. So instead of doing that, and if you don't think about spoiling your health, at least think about getting your skin better and all of that. So maybe replace your bad habits with your good habits, and that's kind of like the underlying message we're trying to send with the
Let's say a nicotine gum user instead of a tobacco user directly, they would be looking for actively solutions for replacing that habit again and again.
Yeah.
Even things like alcohol or something, we can show that how negatively, how Indians have always demonized all this. So just use that emotion to play along. Yeah, all this, it affects your face, it affects your health. Bombay shaving kit, just buy it.
Yeah. So
And we were also thinking that because
It's good for face.
because it's bold and risky, and it's a very relatable topic, it also has a very high virality factor. So maybe everyone won't read the entire index in the paper, but they'll all know that it exists and Bombay Shaving Company did it. And it'll just, everyone will know that there is a product, there is a company that did this, and everyone will be talking about it, even if they're not reading it in the newspaper.
It's more of an awareness kind of campaign that's going to get you your eyeballs. 60 to 70% Gillette है, तो at least लोग Bombay Shaving एक बार तो खरीद के try करेंगे.
but हमको eyeballs की जरूरत है क्या?
अभी eyeballs के लिए at least we need much broader market.
हमको, I'll tell you what, as a brand, and maybe I'll cover this in the second session, our awareness numbers are high. People know about Bombay Shaving Company. Our consideration numbers are low.
Right.
People who know about it don't try it enough, which is the usual case with like a new brand. So any campaign that we do is about getting people to go from awareness to consideration. It's not about creating awareness. We could have done it in the first 5-6 years of the brand, where awareness itself was low. We are now at 78% awareness of Gillette in urban India. So awareness is not to be solved. Now the next question is to
So
solve.
you said people know about it, but they don't keep buying it. But imagine a
No, they
person.
don't. No, they keep buying it. They don't buy it the first time.
They don't buy it the first time. So imagine a person who doesn't buy it, but drinks chai every day. He goes to a tapri, every day he sees that same ad. He's like, ठीक है, बार-बार देख रहा हूँ, एक बार try कर लेता हूँ. So because that's how human psychology works. If I see something like 20 times, I'll be like, you know what? Let me give it a shot. But if I see it only once in an ad and then I don't see it again for the next 3 months, then I forget about it. And then when I see it in the next 3 months, it's like different. So.
And like every other brand, like all the competitors to even any other good brand would go to things which are like very convenient. Ad commercial laga dena, hoardings laga dena, ye sab. Imagine some brand going to like chai sutta tapri directly. Yeah. That's the most unique way you can get.
Yeah, but people haven't done it for a reason, no?
Most probably because nobody came up with the idea.
No. You think people put their hoarding on the side of auto rickshaws? Any real estate is real estate. The reason they don't do it, why don't they do it?
Negative connotation.
No. Why don't people go to Chai Sutta, Tapris and put their ads?
Because it's considered like cheap.
No. Correct.
It's very hard to go every.
It's damn expensive. It is damn expensive. Because you need a person to go to every Chai Sutta place, see whether your brand is up, because mostly you put up the brand thing and the next day someone has stolen it or it's gone.
So we wanted to do this thing where we just buy customized paper cups. that have the
Expensive.
thing, and
How
then
much will it cost? Per cup it costs you 50 paise, 30 paise. My impression costs under 2 paise. Why will I do that? कौन देख रहा है कप को कि पीते हुए में? No one cares. यहाँ के मैसा के कप पे बताओ क्या लिखा हुआ है? तुम रोज पीते हो ना? क्या लिखा हुआ है? क्या लिखा हुआ है? No.
Do what you love.
Do what you love. It's tough. It's tough. It's damn expensive. That 30 paise for an impression is damn expensive. 30 paise not only for an impression, for 1/10 of an impression, because 1 in 10 will do it. But there is people have tried. By the way, Tarun, people have tried to do Chai Sutta. People have tried to do everything. Every retail point people have tried to market. It's turned out to be expensive. It could be. I'm not saying that's why we should not do it. It's just that when you're doing something which no one else has done, one should study why it's gone wrong, because you don't want to make the same mistakes and burn shareholder money. Your job as a founder is to preserve and allocate shareholder money, not burn it. So, but anyways, very cool idea. Thank you so much. Very, very well done.
Thank you.
You all can hear me, no? Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, both the UG groups. I think phenomenal job. I think just coming
Well
here on the stage, making it 2 years, it's a big deal, and standing in front of Shantanu.
No, well done.
Now, PG team, you all are ready? Okay, we have two teams actually, and first team that's gonna go on the stage is Team 24. Where are you all? Awesome. Okay, good job on the huge round of applause. And all the best, guys. Connect to Zopi and do well.
Hello.
Thank you.
Hi, Shantanu.
Hi.
Everyone can hear me, right? Yeah. Okay. Hi. When we received the brief, we first spoke to people to understand, because none of my team shaves. So we went to people. We've spoken to a couple of UG.
How big is this team?
5.
5 of you. Okay. What are your names?
I'm Srikar.
Shikhar.
Srikar.
Okay. Parth. Gopika. Anish. Girish, Anish, Gopika, Parth and
Srikar.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, we went downstairs. We've spoken to a couple of UG folks who shave. We've spoken to a couple of PG folks, and then we went around WeWork. We went outside. We just spoke to people, and we found multiple insights, but we chose one and two to work with.
Love it.
The first one was that. ये क्या हो गया? गिरीश भाई? हाँ. The first one was that people are not actually loyal to Gillette but they've just did not do the math about all of this. So when I was talking to people, there were a lot of Mark III users, a lot of Fusion 5 users. Then when I told them that there is a product which is much cheaper, which also gives you a similar value, would you be trying that? And most people were like, हाँ हमने तो ये नहीं सुना है. We know the brand because of Shantanu, but we don't exactly know how good their products are. So that was one gap. And the second gap that we found in the young audience itself was that they have made a shift from incumbents and legacy brands in various categories. Like Sony was a big in audio, Boat came and disrupted that market. Appliances mein Crompton was big, Attenborough came and disrupted that market. Personal care mein Khonasa came in, Mama, Dermaco, and all those brands they disrupted. But Gillette has been there for whatever reasons they were, but that level of change or disruption is not that prevalent in only this category. And we've seen that like as the other UG folks also spoke, they're very financially active. They're very financially how do you say it? Yeah, they're very financially aware to make certain choices or not make. And the numbers that I've given down are the results of some actual surveys done in 2025. So using all of this, we got to this is the campaign idea, the cartridge conspiracy, and the tagline is your handle was the bait, talking about how the industry has sold the handle for a cheaper price so that they can tax you more on the refills.
Go back once.
Yeah. So this is the message hierarchy. This is the primary message that.
No, go back to the main. Now. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The narrative is the main narrative, the hook narrative is that this all your handles so that they can tax you on the cartridges forever. Because when we have observed and compared the products in the market in the similar 3-blade space, we found that everybody's handles were almost of the same size, but the cartridge prices are comparatively distinct for a Gillette, for a VI John, and a Bombay Shaving Company. So that is what we've chosen to use, and that is what we've chosen to use for the messaging. And the underlying thing when people hear the word less expensive is that maybe it's not a good quality product. So to tackle that, we are using the clause of having 52 rupees a month because that is what it costs. And we'll talk about the features of the product, like it's sensitive on the skin, and the after it not like an afterthought but as a conscious choice, and that is what it costs when we are not overcharging you just to compete with whatever is going on in the market. And the third, the reframe would be that we'll only see you after 12 months if you buy this. You just have to buy one pack which has 12 cartridges, lasts you 12 months, and this is a smart switch.
Okay.
These are some taglines that we were planning to use. So the first and the main one is that the handle was the bait, and the second one will be now you know that the math, if you do it, there is a substantial difference in between what you're buying right now, what you're using right now, and what Bombay Shaving Company is offering. The third one is read the receipt, following the lines of how India is turning into reading the labels more, looking at the long-term benefits and long-term effects of the products. And the fourth one is, of course, just the CTA, that 1 year, 600, no burn. And these were some images we've generated using AI. The whole theme is very bold and very conspiracy detective, unveiling a conspiracy theme. So all the creatives are also like that. We've made a lot of creative prompts for reels, for static posts, for carousels, which we have kept here. And Anish will take you through another thing. Girish bhai.
So we thought just creating a campaign that tells people that they've been cheated on is not enough. We need to make them experience it. So we created a page. You just select the razor you've been using, the shaves per week, and how long have you been using it. And The website exposes the tax, how much you have actually spent. And if you scroll down, you can actually see how much you would have saved if you used our product. The clear CTA of buy now. Now, this summarizes the entire campaign in just 15 seconds
Well done.
of
This
the
is very
user's
cool.
time.
This is very cool. Right. Love it.
Yeah. So, and another thing that we were using was this conspiracy box card that will be there with every pack that says you just left the conspiracy, see you in 12 months, indicating that if you're buying this product once, you don't have to worry about your shaving needs for another year. And this one is a receipt wall carousel. It's basically talking about 10 people, 10 real people who have used this. Like, we have the testimonials with us of people who we spoke to, of how much they are spending currently and how much they would save in the end. So this will be the first two, like 5-6 slides of it, and the last one would be the case closing. It's like a case narrative. So this will be the case opening and that will be the case closing. And this is the social and digital activation that we've just spoke about all of this. One thing that we did not speak was the quick commerce hijack, because we've seen that people are placing at least 3 to 4 orders in Blinkit, Instamart on an average. So hijacking that place by, it's a kind of a guerrilla marketing. Like, whenever you search for Mark 3, we will push SensiSmart and this cartridge further to just raise the awareness, or to show them the difference of how much it would be costing them when they are switching to this. And when they see it against Mark 3, they can make a comparison themselves. And why this best preference is simple. The mechanic is basically naming the weight of buying the razor versus buying the cartridges. We will also categorize them. The whole narrative is to make the consumer think about the math and drive change through that, instead of us pushing something out onto them. And the end goal would be the youth with the content and themselves propagating this idea of doing that math by themselves, by saving their spends on shaving, so that they can invest it in somewhere else and not worry about their shaving needs. That's it. If anyone wants to check it out, you can scan the QR.
Okay, very interesting. Few questions. 140 rupees per month is what it costs to buy Mark 3, right? But are you sure the longevity of Mark 3 is the same as the longevity of SensiSmart 3?
When we spoke the cartridge longevity for Mark 3 and SensiSmart, what you put on the box is 15 shaves. When we spoke to customers, they've told the people who use SensiSmart, they've told us that it lasts us 6 to 8 shaves, probably because of the way we shave or whatever. It lasts us 6 to 8. The Mark 3 users would also say a similar thing, that it only lasts us 6 to 8 shaves. So that is where we took the parallel from.
Okay. Do you think comparing it to Mark 3 is a good idea or a bad idea?
Only the website is where we've actually used the name Gillette.
No, not using the name.
No, I don't. I mean,
No, I understand the question.
Yeah, I understood that.
What's the question?
Is it good? Is it right to compare it to Mark 3 or not?
Why am I asking that question?
Because
So we had an insight actually. Initially, we were talking to a lot of people, but nothing came up. But one insight that was indirect that came out was a guy who's between 18 to 25 years of age would love nothing better than calling out a company, an old age company, on their schemes. So calling out a 100-year-old company is what they live by.
No, that's fine. The question is very it's a very consumer question. The reason why I find it personally, as a founder of Bombay Shaving Company, the reason why I feel, when I said this in Shivansh and Divyashree and Tarun's presentation also, the reason it is a risky bet to go against Gillette and compare 52 to 140 and so on is because Mark 3 is a significantly superior product to SensiSmart 3. Significantly superior. And the prices are also there. So we are at 35% the price there of Mark 3. If you keep comparing to Mark 3, who are the users you're going to get? If you keep comparing to Mark 3, you're not going to get a first-time shaver, or you're not going to get a young user. You're going to get a Mark 3 user who's laddering down. And when you ladder down from a superior product to an inferior product, even though you're paying 1/3, you're expecting the same value because the brand has kept saying, "Tum 140 nahi, tum 52 karo." Because the implicit assumption there is, I am giving you the same offer at 40% the price, and then we disappoint the consumer. And the risk of disappointing the consumer is a problem. Because you don't want to leave the consumer ki, oh, इसने तो 500 रुपए का एक साल का दिया मेरे को, लेकिन the product is not as good as Mark 3, which it is not. So this kind of, so then we look empty as a brand. कि ये conspiracy था, ये है, वो है, but लेकिन दिया क्या? I ended up not fulfilling. So the question is, do I say compare it to Mark 3, or do I say, dude, 500 rupees for a year of shaving, sensitive skin, great. And then you can. I agree with the premise that there is a conspiracy, they do make money on this thing. But is that the right messaging to sell Sensi Smart 3 is my question.
It's not essentially comparing Bombay Shaving Company to Gillette, but Gillette is the only name that people know. Because
why is Gillette the only name they know?
Because they've been there for 125
years. Why
now.
are they the only ones? Okay, what categories do you guys buy in a Kirana store? What all categories you buy when you go to a Kirana store? So, how many soap brands are there? How many brands? Dettol, Dove, Lifebuoy, Rexona, Hamam, Pears, Synthol, Pearl, Medimix, Sebamed. 20 brands are there? Mysore Sandal. Right? Okay. What else do you buy in a Kirana store? What else do you buy? What categories do you buy? Soft drinks. Soft drinks, what all brands are there? Coke, Pepsi, Campa, Limca, Sprite, Lowry Zira. What else? Sorry? Okay, I don't know what that is. Maybe something cool.
Red Bulls and your
Red Bulls, energy drinks, right? Many categories. Snacks. What brands are there in snacks? Haldirams, Lay's, Bingo, Mad Angle, Bhujia, Tuyam, Doritos, Cheetos. What else? Right? Kurkure. One of my favorite ones. Okay. Why is this the only category? Only. You look at sauces, you look at mixes, you look at tea, you look at coffee, you look at snacking, you look at soap, you look at shampoo, you look at anything, any shelf in a Kirana store, you see at least 10 brands. Oral care is one where you've seen a monopoly. Even that is breaking. Colgate had a monopoly. Now Sensodyne, Dabur, Patanjali, so many brands have come in. Right? Perfora is too small. Why do we keep making D2C? Anyway. But that's, why is Gillette 100% or 90% market share? Why? It's not because they've been there. Other brands have been there far longer than Gillette. No, there are brands with bigger legacy.
One idea is that they have.
No, but what else? Sorry, someone said something. Sorry?
Very superior product.
Though doesn't matter. You can give an inferior product at lesser price. It's still not worked. Not distribution. There are more penetrated brands. No.
Is it on the same lines that the handle is the way?
Sorry? What? What do they make you feel when you use it?
The best man can get.
No, it's not that. No, it's not assurance. No, it's not packaging. Why?
Because
One sec, hold on.
generations have used it and everyone has been satisfied with that product.
It's not the most trusted brand. Colgate is the more trusted brand than Gillette.
But in that category.
No. Other brands are more consistent with results. More NPS. Other brands have bigger NPS than Gillette. Go on. No, the other brands are much more available. No, not at all. Habit? No. It's not about habit. No, worst ads. They're so complacent and lazy because of the monopoly. Their ads are horrible. Huh? Correct. We don't realize what is Gillette doing. What is Gillette doing? They're taking sharp knives to people's faces when people are half sleepy every morning and they don't get cuts. We take for granted something as complicated as this. So there's high trust on a sharp knife to your face when you're sleepy. Can you imagine? No other product has this bar of trust. So when the trust is so deep कि तुम चाकू ले जा रहे हो चेहरे पे, right? That's a trust they've created. Very hard to get in. That's why the monopoly is so strongly moated. Now, when you're going to break that monopoly, the question to say is they're horrible and we are cheaper and also better won't work. So that's the question. The issue is that we have to understand when we are doing communication for a brand, we have to be super sharp about what we're saying and why we're saying it. It's a very big disadvantage that none of you shave, unfortunately. Because I think the muscle memory of knowing what taking a razor to your face actually means, I think all of you have forgotten that.
Never experienced that is
No,
a better statement.
Never experienced it. Actually, that's actually a very important part. You've never experienced it. That's the problem.
Yeah, fair, makes sense. Like we've almost sold the product to 4 different people in the
So
process.
billions, so no, you would have sold it because they would have tried to make you happy.
Yeah, it's more about the people not wanting to shift. The people not wanting to shift from Gillette is one thing, and most cases it might be a very small sample set, and that could be the reason. Most people that we've talked to, they did not find any value difference or any experience difference in using like a Gillette Presto versus a Gillette Mark III, and they have used the Mark III
No.
Turbo
That's not
and then
enough.
shifted.
No, Mark III is far superior to Presto. There's no comparison.
Yeah,
Guard maybe, but Presto there is no comparison. But again, the fundamental. So by the way, Dollar Shave Club used exactly this strategy. This is not a new strategy. The fact that Gillette is expensive and then you are getting charged. Dollar Shave Club's, I think the first viral marketing campaign in the history of D2C was Dollar Shave Club. It was exactly this. How many people have seen that, by the way? The 2013 Michael Dubin video. So everyone's seen that. It was exactly this. So it's worked. It led to $1 billion outcome. It may not work today because India is not the US. You could sell a razor for $1 in the US because Mark III was at $3.50. In India, Mark III at 130 rupees, which is $1.50. You can't get price arbitrage. You have to get value arbitrage. And value arbitrage is very different from price arbitrage. So the question is, does a brand campaign talk about value and not about price? And that's the layer I would like on top. But very well done. Thank you so much. Very cool.
Thank you, guys. Okay, I'm gonna ask the next team to come. It's team 25. Where are you all?
Right.
Okay, awesome. Energy dip हो रहा है क्या? Huge round of applause, guys. Like they're coming on the stage.
Sorry?
Support staff that is working here.
Guard is too good. They'll move back. Yes.
Hey, hi Shantanu.
Hi.
I'm Shivani Kavan. We'll just quickly introduce ourselves.
Yes.
I'm Harsh.
Hi, Harsh.
I'm Shreyas.
Shreyas, nice to meet you.
Hi Shantanu, I'm Isaac.
Hi, Isaac. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Kushal.
Hi, Kushal.
We'll move to our presentation.
Okay.
A quick show of hands. How many of you here have shared a piece of information or gossip when you were supposed to, told, and you were instructed not to share it with anyone? All right. Yeah, me too. I'm guilty of that as well. I think humans are gossip mongers, right? So we move to our product campaign here. किसी को मत बताना. Yeah. किसी को मत बताना. Sounds familiar, Bassi? Yeah, right. So the hack here being when you tell the internet not to share something, they tend to basically share the information. But the brand rule here that we want to stick to is we don't want to sell sasta, budget friendly. The Gen Z is aspirational. The youth today is aspirational. They want to associate to a product that is smart, sensible, the sensible, smart product that which is the razor. So that is where we move to the product ICP.
Yeah, so we are more focused on a sensible person where let's think about, instead of what we are selling, let's check on people who we are actually targeting and selling. So this is Arjun. He's around 22 to 26. He's either right out of college or he's just getting into corporate. uh, he's the kind of guy, he's not broke, but he's really efficient in what he buys. And he's one of those dudes that will optimize on his subscription plans. He'll also optimize on his internet packs that he has on his phone. Then he has a very mildly skin, where very sensitive skin. So he wants to focus on getting his things, not overpaying for it, because he can pay on other things where it's more interesting. Uh, and he doesn't take advice from like television, because I feel like they're all capitalism. So he usually takes advice from influencers who are which smart, like Finance with Sharon or one. Yeah, but again, they don't really like them. But I like the advice maybe he gives. So, and again, one more thing, we are focusing on people who have already used the Smart 3, uh, yeah, sensible Smart 3, who's already used it, so where we can double down on selling the cartridges, like the 12 packer for them.
Okay.
And yeah.
Yeah. So the brand message hierarchy that we want to showcase in our campaign is, first, you're not cheap, you're clever. There's a difference, because we are saying that our TG is very smart and they want to be clever. So this message will really land with them. Then this is the core message, and there are multiple messages which we want to target in our campaign, like 12 cartridges, 3 blade precision, sensitive skin, disruptive, confident, youth first, quietly winning. And then while everyone pays 200 for Mac 3 refills, you already know better. Then the slogans that we want to really target in our campaign is like the core one, which is "Kisi ko batana mat." It feels it's very social, native, and it's a very memorable thing. Then like "Chup raho, smart raho." 52 में full year shh. जो जानता है वो चुप रहता है. And in English, if you want to say the smart switch, don't spread it.
Yeah, so before I explain how do you want to execute this, these are some visual references that we've come up with. We're trying to use strong typography with bold colors of Bombay Shaving Company. The first creative. We are literally trying to hide the product, saying कि किसी को मत बताना, because when something is kept hidden, is usually more desirable for others. And the second creative is it's clearly mentioned with a sign that we are trying to create a sense of exclusivity, that you've actually come across with the product and others haven't discovered it yet. Trying to create some sort of a virality campaign going on here. And the third creative is clearly seen that the person is handing over the Bombay Shaving Company Sensi Smart 3 secretly, showing that when you get deals that are so good to be true, you usually don't announce them, but you say that "Kisi ko mat batana." Next slide. So this is our social and digital activation plan. On Instagram, on also on YouTube Shorts, we want to target the hashtag "Kisi ko mat batana" to create a sense of virality, where influencers are maybe saying that, hey, I saved X number of rupees, you can save it too, and with the hashtag of saying "Kisi ko mat batana." On Twitter, on X, we can have a engagement thread going on where we are trying to compare the price differentiation, or even between Mark 3 or X brand between Mark 3 and Sensi Smart. On YouTube, we really want to target and create a small skippable ad, starting with like a 52 rupees per month, grabbing attention of users in the first couple of seconds only. And then we are having our brand slogan saying "Kisi ko mat batana." On the Amazon, the D2C e-commerce side, we're trying to compare the match. And for influencers, we also have one more strategy where we want to give out PR boxes to micro influencers with a black box saying only with one letter saying "Kisi ko mat batana," with an exclusive black offer, so that when this campaign goes out on Instagram and YouTube as well, there's a high chance of it getting viral. And the last campus activation program where we stick out multiple posters of only a QR, and people are just left curious ki what is going on. So when if people are trying to say scan the QR code, they come up to know that ki what is actually happening and creating some sense of curiosity among the people. Yeah, next slide.
So just to sum it up, like everyone said, our particular campaign, why will this win, is because of the viral loop. Like Shantanu told that we don't sell our product directly, and we are not selling with this ad as well. We are just telling to hide the fact that we are getting a razor at 52 per month. So this kind of insight which we got from people is what we're trying to build it up. And also we are not trying to build boring ads. We are trying to get a essence of stand-up comedy as well in this. At the end of it, what we can say, we can try involving Basi in this campaign as well, where he, because of the native Kisi Ko Batana Mat is already been known to everyone. We can use that to particularly make this campaign viral. So that is all in all. How will we going to make this campaign viral? Yeah, thank you.
Well done. किसी को बताना मत is, so tell me one thing, when help me understand, if the brand is talking about this but saying किसी को मत बताना, but the brand is saying it, no, on social or on etc, you're actively saying किसी को मत बताना, but you're also putting it out there, but isn't that like contradictory?
So we're trying to create a sense of a product that it is so good to be true that people are trying to gatekeep it. We're trying to create a sense of curiosity among people that what is this product that people are talking about ke mat batao dusron ko, because we not only are trying to solve your economic behavior,
But the visuals actually have the product very clearly.
Fair.
तो बता ही रहे हो ना?
See, we are definitely telling about the product, but not in a regular marketing way where we're releasing the product and you say, hey, these are the features, this is our cost of the product. What we're trying to create here is a sense of a virality campaign going upon.
But how? Why will this become viral?
Because I think the customer here also thinks that he's smart, he's taking the decision, he is thinking financially. So that also pushes him to.
But explain to me, what is, so why does someone share something online? They share it because they want to show with their friends and their social followers that they are onto something that the followers may not know. There is a smartness arbitrage that they're playing. But they're also saying, man, like, are they saying, here is what I found out that no one else knows? But that's not the case.
No, I feel, we are trying to depict that only where we're trying to create some sort of an exclusive event going on so that people.
How is it happening?
I feel when we try to say on the activation plan where we're trying to create reels with different hashtags saying किसी को मत बताना.
But क्या बोल रहे हो उसमें? अपन बोल नहीं रहे ना, अपन तो दिखा रहे हैं सीधा सीधा product.
Fair. See, I'll give you an example of an ad which I think on top of my head. Two people are talking and I say, hey, I just saved X number of rupees because I have a pack of 12 already in my hand. So the other person says, hey, how do you do that? And then I say, किसी को मत बताना, and that is the campaign where different.
But क्यों बोल रहा है किसी को मत बताना? क्योंकि
because don't you try to gatekeep things if you already have something which is too good to be true. So that is where we're trying to revolve around.
Okay.
I get what you're saying. It's a little reverse.
I don't know how this will, like, as a brand, I don't know how to act. Like, if you come with this idea to me, I find it smart, but I don't know how to activate it. I don't know how to, like, for example, Fatima and Vedant and that team, it's a very, like, I know exactly what to do with that. It is very clear. It's a parody on influencers. It's a podcast. They're talking about smart investments. They're showing it through razors. Like, I can deploy and make it happen today. But I don't know what to do with this. मैं करूँगा क्या इसके साथ? कैसे करूँगा बताओ? I'm the brand owner. Now tell me how will I do it?
So we had a real idea that we discussed. So basically, there are two friends. One of them basically switching between apps, trying to find auto rides, trying to save money everywhere, and then he's going to the washroom, taking the razor, and then that's just Sensi Smart. Now the other flatmate asks him, what exactly is this? And he's like, no, it's nothing. He just tries to hide it, and the ad comes up, "Kisi ko batana mat," and then we show the relevant features.
This
and
is
what we are trying to.
Correct.
Idea.
So now this is the idea. To stretch reality to a to a comical place.
Yeah.
Where people who are saved because they're using this razor, they're saving, and hence. So now, okay, this is a great idea. So now, okay, I like that premise. So now the premise is, okay, can someone build on this? The cool premise, the very cool premise. Two flatmates. One flatmate is constantly trying to save and optimize on Blinkit discounts and Uber. He's going on Uber, Rapido motorcycle, and the other flatmate is going in Uber Black. The other flatmate is able to order Domino's, but they both have similar salaries, living in similar houses. So the one flatmate is super confused. कि इसकी तनख्वाह भी मेरी इतनी है, लेकिन how is he affording this amazing life?
Yeah.
And then he goes in his bathroom and he sees Sensi Smart 3, and then he's like, "This is your secret." He's like, "किसी को बताना मत." This is the idea. This is where you have to build. Like, this was not the idea. This was the idea. This is how you build on it.
Yeah.
It's clear. Anyone here who does like concept storytelling and like does proper production, etc. Anyone who's done? Can you build on this? And how? Yes. Tell me how else. So one context is two flatmates. One flatmate lives a luxurious life. The other flatmate lives a poor life. एक बंदा खर्चा बचा बचा के सिर्फ ब्रेड और बटर खा रहा है. दूसरा, गुरमे बर्गर मंगा रहा है. उबर ब्लैक से जा रहा है या मोटरसाइकिल पे जा रहा है. ये अच्छे जगह पे ले जा रहा है गर्लफ्रेंड को, ये टपरी पे ले जा रहा है चाय सुट्टा पीने. राइट? So that's one premise कि किसी को मत बताना, फिर वो रेजर ढूंढता है and किसी को बताना मत. I love this, right? Now what's second?
What comes to my mind first of all is environment का rooms. So flatmate.
Hey, this is not just for Tarun. Anyone who has, anyone with a creative mind I would love to hear more premises. Yes.
The flatmate का भी situation बताया. How do you personify these two people? First person जिसकी life chaotic है. Show the background as chaotic as possible. कपड़े बिखरे हुए हैं. Small attention to detail. थोड़ी darkness हुई पड़ी है. बंदा.
पर है क्या? कौन है वो?
वो बंदा that person.
तेरे को दो फ्लैटमेट है और बताओ.
Yeah, he's the one wasting the money.
Okay.
Start कहाँ से करो? Don't start with selling.
Okay.
Bombay shaving. मेरा extra basic starting. Second one, start by his life is very good. Right? Both of them live together, eat together. One person is like cooking. Don't show that he right by. He's cooking. Other person is ordering a bowl. For example, don't be too exaggerated when it's just a shaving.
Okay.
Be on the same premise, but it's not different. That the whole is realistic.
Okay. Yes. I'll come to you. Yes. Okay.
And both of them are from office, like both of them are colleagues.
Huh.
And they're in the cab, sharing the cab. One has Starbucks, and in colleagues it happens that you see, okay, what are they wearing? Which watch are they wearing? And all of that. One is a little expressive with money, and other is not. And then he sees in his bag, okay, what is this? So he's like, nothing. It's just a razor that I bought. Oh, where is it from? And he's trying to hide it. And then he's like, okay, I'll just tell you about it, but don't tell anyone. Like, so reels like this, like colleagues, flatmates, such
Colleagues
relationships.
live in two different lives. Yes.
Shantanu, we have a storyboard of this as well.
Okay. No, but यही confusing है ना? See, you guys have to like. This is a singular thing I'm telling anyone on brand messaging. If you're going to talk about value, then don't go straight to razor. तुम्हारा skin smooth लग रहा है. There is no place for that. There's no place for it. In a world where you're talking about two flatmates and one flatmate is saying किसी को मत बताना मेरी life अच्छी है तुम्हारी life खराब है. वहाँ पे skin smooth is not the place for it to come. That's neither the hook nor the draw.
Yeah.
It's neither. It's a distraction.
Okay.
So when you have a good idea, stick to it and build it deep. Don't build it wide. Ideas are never built in width. Ideas are always built in depth. So you started great, but you lost it here. You get what I'm saying? This requires very sharp, because you have 20 seconds. Yes, someone here. Okay, two friends in a flat, out. Two friends in an office, out. Give me a third premise. Is there a third premise?
I was giving a storyline on this.
No, I don't want the same story. Give me more stories. Wait, I'll come to you. Build it. Tarun, build it. Don't be vague, huh?
मंथ एंड में किसी के पास पैसे नहीं होते.
Correct.
एक बंदे के पास पैसे है और वो happens to
Love
be
it.
this guy who is using this and is
Love it.
still groomed, and maybe we can attach it to more.
Excellent. So last week of the month सबकी फटी हुई है और ये बंदा like full amazing.
हाँ, ये
खीरा है,
मोमोज
awesome.
खा रहा है, जो
और
करना
hero
चाहता है
है.
कर पा रहा है.
Love it, love it. Very cool. Round of applause for this. It's very cool. Very well done. This is so relatable, right? Because from 22nd, 23rd of the month for a young man or even a young woman, last 1 week is tricky till the salary comes. People start saving on stuff. And it's a great insight. It's a great insight. Love it. Yes.
In hostels, there are common washrooms, and people generally tend to carry everything in their bucket and towels and everything. So he's walking back to his room after getting ready, and he drops a razor, and the other friend catches an eye. Ki ye kya gira? And he tries to hide it, pick it up and hide it in his pocket, and then he's like, "Acha, isliye tu pura chal
Like
paya."
it, like it, like it. So this is a way for it to be revealed.
Yeah.
This is a way for that guy's luxury to be revealed.
Revealed. maybe.
In the किसी को मत बताना way.
Yes.
And then he hides it. किसी को मत बताना. This is-
Right.
Love it. So this is the premise. It gets built out like this. It won't get built out like this. Any other idea? One more idea. I think we're running out of time.
Properly shave and clothe. There are some discipline thing.
Right?
In Christ University.
Oh, Christ University, okay.
Yeah, so that's what I've heard. So maybe like it can be one person is not properly shaved and he's not aware of these rules. And then one friend says, okay, I'll just pass on this thing, and then he's like, किसी को बताना मत, and then shave.
Okay, so that's a way to groom without in a strict setting. It could be the army also. It could be Christ. It could be somewhere like that. But it doesn't hook. So the exaggeration to hook is what I'm looking for in this campaign. Because I cannot we have in a brand campaign. You also have to realize what you can't do. You can't say you're better than your competitor. You can say you're cheaper, but that's a tricky place to be. You have to say you're healthier, but that's not fun enough. This is a cool premise. So you guys came up with a very, very good premise. The Kisi Ko Mat Batana was a great premise. I think it was well built out by this class. So very well done. Very cool. Very cool. Love it, love it, love it. I'm actually going to make these films, okay? We have acquired 2 content agencies, 2 production houses. These films I will make. And if, I don't know, Divya, if I can get in touch with the students who came up with these ideas, I will get them involved in the scripting, etc. So they know how it gets done. See the final film, and you guys should be a part of it. We'll give credits to Mesa for that too. Very cool. Very cool. Cool. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well done. Well done. Thank you.
Hello. Okay, thank you so much, all the 4 teams. Guys, again, huge round of applause to all the 4 teams who put in so much efforts. And
One
yes.
second. Anyone in this room who has been a part of the last 10 minutes, just take some time. Don't use AI. Okay? If you can script out, like what's your name? What Nikhil did. What's your name? No, Shreya. No, you came up with the office idea, right? Mugdha, Nikhil, and the first one we came up with together, and the team, right? If any of you have ideas about Kisi Ko Mat Batana, where there is a hero because of saving money, and there are zeros around him who are jealous of him saving money, and there is a way in which it gets revealed, whether it's a hostel bucket that gets leaked, or it is a guy entering the bathroom and seeing something, right, and sees, oh, this is his secret. If you can put that script down properly, and then I'm happy to go through it. If I find really good ones, I'm happy to make more than 2 or 3 films. We can make as many. Okay, because I'm very excited about it. It's a very cool idea. It's a very, very cool idea. So
Awesome job, guys. Wow. I think Mesa team, please take a note of whatever Shantanu said so that we send across the comms to the students again. But awesome. I think now, Shantanu, I think I'm going to hand it over to you to debrief all the 4 presentations, and then we also have your own presentations as well, where Shantanu is going to make you all go through market campaigning and teach you strategies for it. And with that, I'm going to call you on the stage again.
Thank you so much. Awesome.
Thank you.
Do I need the mic? I won't need it. Do I have a presentation, right? Okay. So what did we learn today? Well, first of all, big round of applause to all 4 teams. Very, very cool. Very, very, very cool. Right? I think it's not easy. It's not easy. A lot of us don't necessarily shave We have not shaved in a long time. Many of us have beards. Lesser men are shaving and men are shaving lesser frequently. This is the reality of the market. Okay. And that's why we have become what we have become is we have gone from a shaving company to a hair expression company. So, and I'll actually give, maybe before I go into the campaigns bit, I'll give you a brief history about Bombay Shaving. How much time do we have, Divya, for this? 30 minutes? Do they have something at 11:30? I can take 15 minutes extra. Like I don't want to shortchange you guys, because this is something that I have come here to share and important for me to do it. But I was telling Professor also, in 2016, when I started Bombay Shaving Company, you guys have to take your mind back 10 years. Okay. Many people ask, why did I start Bombay Shaving Company? What was this passionate idea? And I found this big market. Actually, what I found was only the tip of the iceberg. The actual iceberg was a lot bigger. So take your mind back 10 years. I was a consultant at McKinsey. I was 27 years old. I was absolutely loving it there. I was working in the Bombay and the Delhi offices both. I think I'm a better consultant than I'm an entrepreneur, even today. It is a perfect job for someone like me. I love rapid problem solving. I love changing projects every 4 or 5 months. I love working with a variety of, I'm someone who loves plurality of challenge and not depth of challenge. This is actually uncomfortable for me to do one thing for so long. Multiple clients, boardroom discussions, and it was just very exciting. But 2016, something very interesting was brewing in India. Okay, 4 big macro tailwinds happened. Number 1, we had the D2C tailwind. Companies like Facebook, Amazon Web Services, and Google came into India, allowed us to build websites, sell a product on that website, and then deliver a product from one pin code to any pin code in India in under 70 rupees. It happened in 2016. You could build a website, do a 5,000 rupee marketing campaign, acquire customers, and then ship the product. Payment gateways, the website, Magento, Shopify, Facebook, Google. So the 2 big moats of building a business in India, consumer product business in India, are marketing and distribution. D2C killed both. You didn't need big media budgets to go on to papers and television, and you didn't need large teams to go into stores. You can actually do a simple campaign and distribute directly to the consumer. Okay, so marketing and distribution was reduced, and that was one big tailwind. The second big tailwind was companies like Amazon, Flipkart, Delivery, Nykaa, Jabong, Myntra. They all started around that time. What do these companies do? What do they do? They create distribution. How? Through warehousing and technology. So they got India used to scrolling on a phone through an inventory of millions of products, clicking, adding to cart and buying, and getting the product in 2 days. This had never happened in India before. These companies created the technology, which is the app, and the back end to do it. So suddenly all of India was buying. Then there were companies like Samsung, Vivo, Oppo, OnePlus, Micromax. What were they doing? Phones. They put phones under 10,000 rupees in the hands of consumers. Again, had not happened. Smartphones, internet connected phones. Then we had companies like Reliance, Vodafone, Airtel. What were they doing? Cheap internet. We still have the cheapest data in the world. So you have Facebook, Google creating D2C, so ability to reduce consumer product marketing and distribution modes. You have Amazon, Flipkart creating e-commerce infrastructure. You have telephone manufacturing companies putting cheap phones in the hands of consumers, and you have Reliance and Airtel putting cheap data. Suddenly, in a 3-year window, you have 70 crore people online shopping and trusting that whatever they shop will come. I don't know how many of you remember 10 years back, COD was 80% of the market. People didn't trust. Today, COD is 20% of the market. Because of UPI, now a lot of things happened after that. People are now able to pay. You have credit, you're able to pay, you're able to pay through your bank account. It just becomes so much easier. So so this is all happening independent of Bombay Shaving Company. So when I left McKinsey, all of this was already taking place. I just found one layer on top of that, which is my place in the world. And my place in the world came because I suddenly started seeing men expressing themselves through facial hair. Okay? It is a non-verbal way of expression. India's most cultural icon, his girlfriend that year said, or his wife said, that if he shaves his beard, their relationship is in trouble. Who is it? Virat and Anushka. And then Virat in 2016 had the IPL season of a lifetime. And then the beard stuck. So if you see consumers, if you see the Indian cricket team from 2015 to 2020, you will not see a single clean-shaved face other than Ashwin. Not a single one. Everyone had beards. Bumrah, Siraj, Pandya, everyone, including Ridhiman Saha and people who had like clean shave for the longest time, had beards. So now you're realizing that people are expressing, and more importantly, I used to go to weddings in 2003, 4, 5. Like older cousins of mine who are men, I used to go to their weddings when I was in 7th, 8th, 9th standard, and they were older. And I always noticed that my male cousins were marrying way out of their league. The women were significantly ahead of them. And this was an age where I was trying to get female attention in school or college or whatever, and I would be very unsuccessful at it. And I used to wonder, I don't get any girl I like to like me back. But these guys are able to get really smart women. And the reality was quite unfortunate. The reality was financial arbitrage alone was enough because women were dependent on the salary of the man. So if you had a good job, nothing else mattered. In the matrimonial environment, you were gold. But by 2016, thankfully, that had changed a little bit, especially in urban India. Women were studying more, dating more, marrying later. So suddenly the matrimonial environment becomes very complicated. So suddenly having a job is not enough. So men suddenly started feeling, okay, how do I get more right swiped in this world? How do I get more right swiped? How do I get... No, that's the third thing they do. What's the first thing they do? No, showering, grooming, shaving, perfume, all is third. Gym. Gym is the first thing they do. Anyone here who thinks men are going to the gym to be fit, wrong. Men are going to the gym to look good. Okay, that's fine. What's the second thing that they do? Clothes. So gym to look good, clothes to dress well, and then they groom. One of my favorite entrepreneurs from this city, Mukesh Bansal, built Cult and Myntra. Okay? So he found a market before I did. And I said, okay, cool. Grooming is the open space. We entered grooming. And over the last 10 years, we've built the number 2 trimmer company in the country, soon to be number 1. The number 2 shaving company in the country, hopefully will be number 1 in 5 years. We are now doing 700 crores in top line, net revenue, profitable. Just to give you context, Gillette is around 2,000 crores in revenue. It's not much ahead of us. 4 years back, Gillette was still 2,000 crores and we were 50 crores. So we're increasing. The way we're doing it is, the first product a man would buy 10 years back was a 25 rupee Gillette guard or a 20 rupee Gillette Presto at the age of 19. Today, the first product a man is buying is a 600 rupee trimmer at the age of 14. So every potential Gillette customer is a Bombay Shaving Company customer 5 years before they enter the category of shaving. And that's what has really created the business. It is, we launched trimmers in 2022. Our market share in 2023 was 1%. In 2024 was 4%. In 2025 was 12%. Today we are at 18% market share in trimmers. We now ship close to 4 to 4.5 lakh trimmers per month. 15,000 trimmers per day. Each at an average price point of 1,000 rupees. And then we ship them to consumers who love these trimmers. And when they go on to shave, hopefully they buy Bombay Shaving Company. So our strategy was, instead of selling expensive razors to men who have to switch from Gillette, we started selling them trimmers. And told them that whenever you want to remove hair from your body, whichever part of the body, you want to trim your head, you want to trim your beard, you want to trim you're someone who goes to the gym, you want to see your muscles, you're someone who has tattoos, you want to see your tattoos, you're someone in a hot city in the country where it feels hot and you're wearing clothes and you sweat, you can use it. It's a summer day, you're an athlete, whatever. Remove hair, Bombay Shaving Company. Expanded to women. Women have very different use cases. Women, eyebrow, upper lip, underarms. Wearing a skirt, go into office, see a small patch of hair, don't want to go and wax it. Take out a razor from the bag, like shave it in a minute. Totally different use case. Women shave ankle to thigh, wrist to arm. Men shave cheek to chin. Shorter strokes, denser hair, smaller hair. Men shave at the basin, women shave at the shower. Women shave once in 2-3 weeks, men shave once in 2-3 days. Women are far more evolved consumers, men are far less evolved. Men are hard to engage, easy to please. Women are easy to engage, hard to please. So totally different worlds, but the idea of taking sharp metal to your face remains the same. So again, let me come back. Bombay Shaving Company and Bombay are culture coded, feature-rich products for young India to express themselves limitlessly through giving great hair removal products. It always comes back to who you are. And whenever you're building a brand campaign, the fundamental questions you always have to answer are, who am I and why by me? Who am I? Why by me? Answer these two well and sharp and you're home. And today I'm going to spend 10-15 minutes talking about how we have built our latest campaign. And then hopefully we can kind of tie that back towards our Razor Plus 12 cartridge kind of proposition. I don't know if you guys can see the images. Okay. When you see these images are images of Bombay Shaving Company. I don't know why that's happening. But if you, let's say you look at this image. What do you think? What are the words that come to mind about Bombay Shaving Company? Or you've seen me operate for the last 1.5 hours. You have interacted with me. You may have seen my podcast. You may have bought the products. Some of you use the products. If you were to describe Bombay Shaving Company in 1 or 2 words, what would you use for them? Fun, authentic, transparent, cool, cultural, young, challenger. Challenger, I love that. Outlaw, because a lot of our communication is outlaw. Freestyling through life, love it. Affordable, yes. Correct. So new, challenger, cool, cultural, value, for every need, versatile. Rebellious. Are you sure we're in that world? You feel rebellious when you see us? I hope not. Challenger, yes. Outlaw, yes. Rebellious is where I tend to hold the team back a little bit. I hope that rebellious is not what you see, because that's not where it's a tricky place to be. Maximalist, very expressive, lot of colors. Cool, Gen Z. Underdogs, challenger. Trust. You think trustworthy? Trustworthy? You think trustworthy? I wish we're there. I don't think we're there yet. I'm glad you think so. In Bombay world? Interesting. Quick and reliable. I love it. So for women, it's very clear. We are portable, reliable, quick, 100% smooth, 0% pain. Very, very clear. You think it's Indian? I love it. I'd love if that's what comes out. Perfect. Perfect. So when you see a brand, you get associations. These are the right kind of associations you get. Each of these associations are layered from what the brand communicates and what the consumer feels. Consumer has a life that has nothing to do with the brand. As brand managers and brand owners, you have to remember one thing. Consumer share of mind for your brand is not even 0.0001%. They don't give a... Am I allowed to swear? Okay, they don't give a fuck. They don't care. You care about your brand. Consumers don't care. So when consumers interact with you, in that moment, you have to relate to them and make your world theirs for that 1 second. That's it. And if you do that enough number of times, your brand builds a feeling in the minds of consumers. And that feeling is actually very different. It's very different for different people. But as long as it's in the same world, it's fine. It's like a home. A home for a mom, a home for a dad, and a home for the 2 kids. They're the same 3 rooms, the same hall, the same dining, the same kitchen, the same bedrooms. But the home represents very different things for the residents, different residents. A brand is like that. A brand will depend, while being the same, will mean very different things for the people using that brand. Okay? So as a brand owner, always remember this, that your consistency will still transform into different meanings for the people viewing it. Are the pages not holding on? So can we do that, please? Because this is, I don't know why, this is, what, is a Canva link? What is this? No, just put the PDF. That's fine. It's totally okay. Okay. So brand is a collective meaning. It's an accumulation of all emotions and feelings that a consumer feels about a particular brand or about a particular company or about a particular product that defines the role of that business in the mind of the consumer. It's an accumulation of feelings. So when you're a brand, you're going to accumulate feelings in the mind of the consumers. Some of these go up, some of these go down. Sometimes you have a great product launch, the feelings go up. Love goes up, happiness goes up. When the consumer experiences a bad product, feeling goes down. Especially if you're a D2C consumer, package fata hua aaya, or late aaya, or someone did not respond, the consumer experience goes back. Then you deliver a good product, it goes back up. When a consumer is unhappy is the best time to get the consumer to love you. Consumer is unhappy, then you talk to the consumer, you solve their problem. They completely, when you apologize and make them feel seen, consumer loves you. And then when the brand gets built in the mind of the consumer, it's not a vague thing anymore. Then the consumer starts paying you a premium for the brand. In my mind, the best brand are those where the consumer pays a premium. That to get this product versus all its competition, I'll pay extra. And the second thing is, a brand is built when a consumer forgives easily. Apple का लैपटॉप है, बैटरी खत्म हो गया, फिर से क्या खरीद रहे हो? Apple ही खरीदूंगा. It's still the best. It's still a MacBook. I'll forgive the brand easily and pay a premium. That's the ultimate brand. But we have to build it by building out a product, a set of experiences that accumulate in the mind of the consumer over and over again. Okay? Come, I need someone to move this. Just click on the right. One tip I'll give you guys on presenting in general is when you change slides, don't speak for a minute or two. Okay? Even for the 4 teams who presented, and all of you are going to make a lot of presentations in your whole life, especially to a large audience, when you change a slide, be comfortable with the silence that follows. Give your audience a minute to read the slide and then you talk. Because if you talk, the moment you've shown the slide, then they neither read nor they listen. Okay, so read the slide and then I will talk. What is a campaign? So campaign is when, okay, so a brand is an accumulation of ideas, is an accumulation of feelings. Now you're saying, okay, my brand is getting built. My awareness is going up. My consideration is going up. My feelings are going up. I'm building a cultural, cool, feature-rich, culture-coded, young, rebellious, outlaw brand. But now I have a new product. I have a new product. I want to tell the world. It's going to add to my brand. It's going to add to my consumers' feeling about me. So a campaign is a brand initiative with a very specific purpose. The purpose could be I'm launching a new geography. I'm launching a new product. I'm launching a new set of distribution. I'm launching my own store. It could be anything. But you want to tell the consumer something. The campaign tells that consumer that something in the best and the most efficient way possible for people to know you, like you, and buy you. A successful campaign is not just one that gets eyeballs. It is also one that meets the marketing by the business. The business defines what the campaign needs to be. What are some of the coolest campaigns? These are my favorite ones. Some of them are before your time, but I still love them. Okay? Thanda matlab Coca-Cola. Were you guys around when that happened? What does that mean? Why did that happen? What was the campaign? It was for summers, so it was a summer thing. Amir Khan came in, but they also launched their first time 200 ml Coke. 200 ml glass bottle, much cheaper because they had a technology for it to kind of get built out. Glass and PET both. But they realized that one is Coke realized that consumers are deciding what to buy in a moment of true thirst. They're thirsty. They're standing in front of a fridge and they're making a choice कि मैं क्या पीऊंगा इस टाइम पे या क्या पीऊंगी. देखो प्यास लगी है मैं क्या पीऊंगा. And in that moment they wanted to capture that moment and give a feeling through pure brand semiotics that I'm the best choice. And Thanda matlab Coca-Cola, people remember the tagline, but people don't remember the core of the campaign. What is the core of the campaign? It's not the tagline and it's not Amir Khan. It's not even the water droplet, but it's a cool Coke. It's a close answer. No. Correct. It's the... That is what was... It was a global campaign. It translated in India through Thanda matlab Coca-Cola. But people realize when that sound comes with the water droplets, is when the thirst becomes unbearable. And the desire and lust for a Coke bottle becomes infinite. So in that moment, they wanted to capture. So Thanda Matlab Coca-Cola was a campaign for summers to capture the thirst. The beautiful one. Second is more Blinkit's 10-minute delivery. They launched 10 minutes. It was not instant. It was a big movement from instant to 10 minutes. Zepto launched with instant. Buy now and get in 5 minutes. Get inside. They never said 10 minutes. 10 minutes was the golden number. Government has made it illegal now. But at that time, Blinkit's 10-minute delivery campaign was beautiful. Because what they did was they made sure that 95% of PIN codes are serviceable within 8 to 9 minutes. Their average delivery time was 11 minutes. They launched the campaign at that time, where consumer belief and delivery of... They can't do it today, because they're launching a store every day. So today, average delivery time is 15 to 18 minutes. But the timing and the messaging was beautiful. The third one was when I was a 10-year-old. So maybe you guys were not born that time. But 1999 World Cup, going outside India was a rare thing at that time. But Britannia launched a Britannia Khao World Cup Jao campaign. Cricket was huge. 98 was a season, cricket season of... It was like 2016 for Virat, 98 was for Sachin. So going to London to watch the India World Cup was a huge thing. So then they made this Britannia Khao World Cup Jao. And was just all over for like 3-4 months. You had to buy a Britannia product, collect some... This thing was a simple scratch card thing. But the campaign was so beautiful and so well done. And 4 people went. And not only they went, they got a lot of... This is a pre-world of content. Right? They got a lot of videos. They got a lot of, post campaigns. So the goodness for Britannia stayed for many, many years. So these campaigns did the ability for a particular objective for the consumer to like, want, and then eventually buy sustainably. That's what a brand campaign does. Whether it's a product, it's a new store, it's a distribution, it's a new geography, it's a new feature, a campaign really, really sharpens the message and distributes it wide. Simple, you will see it everywhere, but it's very important to understand what a media planning funnel looks like. You would have seen this chart in all of your marketing textbooks, right? But reach, frequency, trial, and repeat is the golden one. Whenever you're doing a brand campaign, I won't go into the details of this, but given the kind of media that's available today, getting reach and frequency right is super important. So for us, we want to get on average 100 million reach. We prefer a frequency of 10 to 12 over a 3 to 6 month period. We love for there to be 5 to 10% trials. And amongst that, to be 20% repeat. If we are able to get that, that's the golden standard for Bombay Shaving Company. For Bombay, it's a little bit lesser because reach is lesser. Consumer base is still getting used to it. We optimize for frequency. So for a newer brand, optimize for reach. For an established brand, optimize for frequency. And over a period of time, as a product company, not a service company, a product company, once the sale happens, your job is to make sure the consumer gets the best experience of the product could have provided. In a service company, once the sale happens, the work starts. In a product company, once the sale happens, the work ends. It's just maintenance after that, right? So if you're running a brand campaign for a service business, it's very different. So do take my advice with some disclaimers on this. When we launched trimmers, I was not in any favor of launching trimmers in 2022. It was a non-repeat product. My competition was not Gillette. Gillette had not gotten into trimmers. So the same question I asked Tarun on the chai sutta thing. If your competition is not doing it, there's a good reason they're not doing it. Heavy on import, low on repeatability, not available in Kirana stores. Enough reasons to not do trimmers. But my team came and said, boss, consumer is moving to trimmers. हमको करना है नहीं करना है वो अलग बात है, consumer shift हो रहा है. So if we are a consumer first company, we have to give trimmers if we are Bombay Shaving Company. We launched with 2. And our competition there was Philips. Very different. Philips is an electronics company. They make mixers and grinders and air purifiers and very cool medical products also. Okay. They also have a trimmer business which had 40% market share. In COVID, it had become very big. But they sold trimmers the way you sell electronics, which is dry and about batteries and it's a very different. The way you sell a phone or a purifier or a mixer grinder is very different from the way you sell a grooming product. The trimmer is a way to express your beard, express your body, express yourself. So we realized that there is an opportunity here. So the way we did it was first make a good product. Good marketing can never sell a bad product. So the first thing with trimmers is make a feature-rich product. From 500 rupees to 4,000 rupees across price points, C-type charger, longer run time, lesser charge time, water resistant. There are 4 things we kept in every single trimmer of ours. Every single trimmer. Now we had that. Now what was the campaign? The brief was drive preference amongst younger consumers for Bombay Shaving Company compared to Philips. Drive preference. They are aware of the brand, but you have to drive preference. So to make similar to the conspiracy bait, right? That was the idea. Team number 3. We did that in our own way. I hope we can play the videos. How many of you have heard of Char Diwali? Heard of Char Diwali? Char Diwali is a friend of the company. So whenever we have an interesting idea, we call him, we jam with him on the idea. We said, ये campaign है, कुछ कर सकते हैं क्या? He said, यार, मैं जब trimmer खरीदता तो मेरे को अंकल के ज़माने का नहीं चाहिए. We said, ये सही idea है. अंकल के ज़माने के trimmer से परेशान, Bombay Shaving Company नए ज़माने का trimmer अपना. Right? So and that's how we came up with the 2 videos. Can you play this? तो इसको full screen कर देना. Yeah, this one and the next one. But full screen would be nice. Otherwise, it's okay. But volume is important. Someone who knows how to do this? Come. Anyone with confidence will be great. Okay, one sec. Hold on before we move to the next one. This was a product called Legend 365. The biggest insight was that Philips loses charge mid-trim and the charger is at 2-pin one. So charger bhi gum hota hai, so people are like mid-trim they feel. So we said that's the insight. So we built a product that lasts for 1 year. So basically lasts for 20 shaves, 20 trims. We called it Legend 365. Now the premise of this was that so whenever you're building a campaign, the messaging, this is a clear-cut ad. This is a pure play advertisement. This looks like a TV ad. All the people you see in this video are our employees, by the way. There are no actors. Other than Char Diwali, there are no actors. The film is shot, produced completely in-house. Okay? The premise is he's missing his own wedding. So he keeps missing things. He misses a movie, he misses a rap show, and now he's missing his own wedding. कि दिवाली कहाँ है यार, दिवाली कहाँ है? And then it moves to Diwali. He's trying to trim himself, and he's like, यार trimmer बंद हो गया, मेरा trimmer बंद हो गया. Then the Legend 365 comes in, and then uncle के जमाने का trimmer छोड़ो, Bombay Shaving Company अपनाओ, and the end slate is Bombay Shaving Company खुल के खेल. They show the entire trimmer range. So we started one use case, one product, and then the whole trimmer range. Char Diwali is 20-25 seconds. But we are now, the campaign we have launched is for almost 2.5 to 3 crore reach with a frequency of 15 over the next 3 to 6 months. This was created internally by a 23-year-old kid. We're now putting almost 2.5-3 crore rupees behind it to spread it out. Okay, so there are 2 films that we made. There's one more also, which on a different product. क्या था insight? Akbar Diwali. Why are we calling him that? Sorry? Correct. So whenever you trim, Indian bathrooms are not meant for trimming because they are wet. We don't have a dry and wet section in 95% of Indian bathrooms. So when you trim, the hair falls on the floor is wet, now you don't know how to clean it. So you put newspaper. Now newspaper also is a dirty thing to do, like it's messy. So we have so once you understand the insight, the first thing you do is make the product. Don't move to marketing. Insight समझने के बाद marketing पे मत जाओ सीधा. किसको marketing now? You have to first make the product. So we first built a trimmer that has a vacuum cleaner on it. So when you're trimming, it's sucking the air. So 98% of the air is sucked in. So now that's the product we have made. So we made Legend 365 where we actually made effort in putting a big battery. Now we have made a trimmer called Air where we actually made effort in putting a vacuum. Now we said, okay, now how do we make this come to life through a campaign? The campaign was Akbar Diwali. You're always using, you can see him like stealing newspapers from different places. So again, it's an exaggeration. I think Fatima spoke about the exaggeration of influencer hate. This was an exaggeration of the newspapers. You built out a newspaper premise, then you tell him that you don't need newspapers, then you show the unboxing of the product, show the legend, and then end slate is again Bombay Shaving Company khul ke khel, show the entire trimmer range. Where a consumer like, okay, I won't buy this, but I can buy 5 other things. Again, looking for almost 2 to 3 million, 2 to 3 crore in reach at a 12 to 15 frequency. Again, built by a young intern inside Bombay Shaving Company. And then you put the entire might of the company behind it in terms of production and deployment. So storytelling is now becoming extremely important. The idea of combining storytelling with good advertising is what we're really looking at. These both look like clear-cut ads. They're ads. We have to learn how to build ads. I'm noticing amongst younger founders that there is this tendency that if I can't build an ad, that if I build an ad, it's not cool enough. I want organic stuff. I want to do podcast. I want to do whole truth type long videos. Doesn't work. We have to know how to build great advertising. Okay? This is the more important. Let's go ahead. So, what's the summary? Go through it. Brand is an emotion. Brand is a feeling. To further that feeling, for the campaign, have a singular message. Make the message sharp and deep. Plan the full funnel. Know the objectives of the campaign. In both the campaign, whether it's Legend 365 or Air, it's very clear what the product is, what the message is, and how the funnel is going to get built. And then measure this over and over again. The good thing with an online world is you're able to go online, you're able to measure everything across the funnel, especially around engagement and sales. Okay, it's good. Okay, this is the assignment. Okay, open to questions. Yes. हाँ. Correct. Correct. So that's something we're trying to do by design. We're experimenting with black. So air, no. Air. The black one, no. Go back, go back. In trimmers, yeah. So green for us is about sensitive. Oh, so the green color you're saying. Are you talking about the black trimmer or are you talking about the green not being there? हाँ प्ले करो हाँ प्ले करो वीडियो प्ले करो Slate and yeah, slate पे बोल रहा है. No, don't change the pen. Don't change. Hi. But explain the problem. That's the problem. हाँ. No, so okay. So when you're looking at colors, don't look at the product color on its own. Look at the shelf. We have 17 trimmers. If you look at all of them together, they look like a complete color assortment. Color assortment basically helps consumers identify. So we have Power Play Next, Blue, Power Play Next, Green. There are three variants. We also know that because multiple people use the bathroom, different colors on the trimmer also helps. It's like toothbrushes. You want different people to identify their own trimmer. And then it adds a color. So it's a colorful assortment. So it's a kilogram effect more than why orange. Now the question is, we don't use our sensitive green. We only use it in 2 of our 17 trimmers. The other color question is, why is air black? So that's a completely new experiment. We're trying to see, because black actually gets far better click-throughs on trimmer pages. Far better. Like 2x. तो हमने ये colorful वाला जो किया हुआ है, इसको शायद we might be moving towards black over the next 2 years. This is the first experiment. तो वो देखते रहते हैं. We keep trying things. Yes.
Kind of decided is 18 to like 25 people who are starting to shave.
हाँ.
Is it possible to kind of, like I was telling you, the single blade users
हाँ.
who might not be at like the people who can't afford like 14, 15, 15
हाँ.
single user.
Correct.
Can it not be like marketed to them?
No. So you have to always remember who you market to and who the product is made for may not have as high of an overlap as you might imagine. So I'll give you an example of Colgate. Who is Colgate's target audience? 50% of India uses Colgate, so it's everyone. But who is their target consumer for the ads? Who? Which mothers? Okay, young children, you're right. So young mother with young children and yes, but that most mothers are. There's something very specific about the young children. Correct. Why? No. It's a 35, I'll make it easier. It's a 35-year-old mother with an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old. Sorry? No. It's when milk teeth are replaced by permanent teeth. So all Colgate ads are targeted to a 35-year-old mother of an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old whose milk teeth are becoming permanent and they have cavities. Hence, dentist, anti-cavity, that's how it works. Now, are you using Colgate? Yes. Will they market it to a 25-year-old student of Mesa? They won't. They won't. Even though they know that you're using. Bathroom mein jayega to use karega. Correct. So for us, Sensi Smart 3 was always, we had two messaging. One is a value message. You will get it for 99 rupees. The other was a sensitive message. It's good for skin. Now, usme if we find upgrades of Guard, is 800 crore product. 8 crore users in the country. 8 crore. Some of them will ladder up to Sensi Smart 3. Do I need to make the effort through because mera communication sharp hona chahiye. I have to choose a message. This will happen without me wanting to do it. So it's easy marketing. Easy marketing I don't need to do. The tough marketing I need to do. So it's a choice. Brand campaigns are as much about what you don't do as well as what you do. Will it work? Yes. Will we see consumers migrate? Yes. Do I need to spend media money on it? Today I don't think so. Maybe tomorrow I will. At scale I might. See, Sensi Smart 3 is a 35-40 crore per year product. At 150 crores we'll have to start doing that. It's a timing thing. Yes. Both. With Chardivari also, we did both. It hit emotion, but it was very clear on product. Like the product inside was very clear. You should not choose. That's a good point because that's a very good point. It's a very, very good point. Britannia Khao World Cup Jao was this was a 3-4 year period where Britannia did not have any new innovations. 98, 99, 2000 was when Good Day was just there. I think they had 50-50 and one more product that had come like 2 years before, and they needed more and more people to try it. They knew that if people tried the product, biscuit is such an easy product to try. People buy it, a family of 4 finishes in a day, right? So if they know they tried, the repeat will happen. So just needed people to try. That's it. They knew the product will do the marketing. So sometimes you don't need to sell the product too much, especially if you're like a Britannia type company, like Coke. You don't need to sell. Ki isme ye taste hai, ye hai. Just that fun. That's it. Well, very good question. Very good question. Yes. Absolutely, many. Don't like my biggest learning is to have very sharp communication. Like don't try. Like when we are communicating, we try to put everything in it. We have a view कि हमने इतनी मेहनत की है. हम ब्रांड मैनेजर है, इतनी मेहनत है, इतने 4 इनसाइट है मेरे पास, चारों घुसेड़ दो कम्युनिकेशन में, फिर nothing lands. It has to be singular. You have to choose. It's a very hard thing to choose. Like in Sensi Smart 3 also, we have not chosen yet. We choose value also, we choose sensitive also. We are not able to choose because we don't have the courage. But when you choose and you choose right is when the campaign lands beautifully. If you don't choose and you mix it up, like today also 2 presentations had 4 messages. ये पेरिफेरल है, ये फाउंडेशन, तुमको खुश करना, like you're satisfying yourself कि मैंने सब डाल दिया भाई ad में. I will choose one. That's that. So campaigns that land are damn sharp campaigns. Sometimes if there are 10 features, then you have to show something else to show something else. Because don't be over eager to sell. It doesn't land. Yes.
How do you see partnerships and what are your opinions about how to select a good partnership when it comes to campaigns?
I don't believe in partnerships. It's a lazy way to market. It's a way a brand manager tries to be relevant in the company. मैंने इसके साथ क्या what do you call collab किया, उसके साथ partnership किया. There is zero commercial interest that comes in because of a partnership. Zero. We sell in Taj, we sell in Oberoi, we sell in now Hyatt. Postcard is one. Kapil Chopra came on the pod and we got some views out of it and we showed our hospital. But that's not a campaign. That's nowhere. I will not spend a rupee on that communication. I'll build a podcast, let it go reach organically, make a small piece out of it and send it to any procurement manager in a hotel. That's the extent. उधर से 1-2 करोड़ का धंधा आ जाएगा महीने का. That's I'm happy with that. I cannot go and do marketing communication around it. Collabs are lazy marketing. It's like using a crutch. You're an athlete. Collabs are crutches. Athletes cannot use crutches. Athletes are runners. Run fast. Crutches are great to stand up. They're horrible when you want to run. I don't believe in them. Other people might. Sometimes distribution type works, but not long. Yes.
We have certain brands like Mountain who have used a certain campaign for a very long time.
Yes.
So, like brands like you who changed like the tagline for like multiple times. So, what do you think? Like,
So we don't change tagline. So it's a good question. For us, Khul Ke Khel is now becoming the Dar Ke Aage Jeete version. It's not. It's our just do it. We've realized that limitless self-expression is where the brand likes to be, like the way the brand communicates itself. It's for young consumers that we are trying to hold on to that moment of jijak before they go out into the world. So that Khul Ke Khel is, even for Bombay, the brand is Born Besharam. Like it's very out there, right? I hope we get there more. That like Sensodyne. They've used one visual for last 20 years. It's that same lady who's making that face. वो समर टाइम पे वो आइसक्रीम खा रही है, विंटर टाइम में वो चाय पी रही है, चेहरा वही है लेकिन it's such a powerful visual. They don't need to change it. So you find that golden visual. There's a brand, I think Pantene. Pantene had what they call the money shot. Money shot was Zinat Aman, where so I don't have hair, so you'll have to excuse this acting. But there is in the 80s there was an ad with Zinat Aman where she goes down and then she goes up like this, and the hair becomes like this, like a peacocky thing behind her. And that moment was captured for Doordarshan, and then they milked it for the next 20 years. Then every actress was doing this, then every shampoo guy was doing it. So it lost meaning after a while, but that was the money shot. We still have to discover ours. See, even this uncle ke zamane ke razor se pareshan was the idea. Khul ke khel was the end slate. So the ideas can keep changing because of the product. Khul ke khel will always remain. Yes, I saw a hand there somewhere. Yes. Yeah. What? Huh. भाई जहां जिस ब्रांड में पेरेंट कंज्यूमर है, दे आर आल्सो मार्केटिंग टू द किड्स. जहां पे बच्चा कंज्यूमर है, व्हाई विल आई मार्केट टू द पेरेंट? बच्चा इज द गाय डिसाइडिंग. नो, in fact the ability for a young 15-16-year-old boy to convince his 45-year-old father to use a trimmer is far higher than the 45-year-old father convincing the 16-year-old boy. That's a good point. That's a very good point. You're saying we've tried. That's a good point. Actually, I don't know the answer to that. We've tried, it's not worked. We've tried Father's Day campaign, we've tried father-son shaving. We've tried to do some of this stuff. It's not reached emotional. Maybe we've not done it well. I think there is merit in that idea. Huh. Huh. Correct. I'm glad. No, I agree with you. I think we'll have to do it more. It's a good idea. They've executed on it before. It's not worked. I think idea is to keep doing better. Yes. Yeah, of course. Absolutely. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. We actually had a really cool film. I'll tell you what the film we had. We had a film around a single mom. Where she's raising a boy, and at the age of 50, like she's raised him well. Like she takes him to classes, she takes him to football, she takes him to school, she takes him on vacation. That's the premise of the ad. At 16, 17, 18, she also teaches him how to ride his motorcycle. She gives him a couple of tips on his first date. Right? So she's trying to play the role of both the mom and dad. And then then at night she goes to his bathroom and she sees him struggle with the razor. And this is one thing she can't teach him because she's not done shave, and she like researches on YouTube and learns how to shave herself, and then teaches the boy. That's how the ad ends. It was a very nicely made movie. So we've tried. We've gone down this route of parent-child and creating really good comms around it. Somehow it's not like हमसे हो नहीं पाया वो ठीक से. हम बहुत try किए. Like we've really, I think we've come up with some great stuff. We've come up with great communication, statics, videos. Maybe we need to do more. Yes.
With regards to mounting you, it's very clear
Yeah.
that you are giving them. But when you have a wide assortment like body shaping, for each product there needs to have a different branding or a messaging. In that case, there's also a layer of cannibalization.
Yes. You live with it. You live with it. Because you know when you have 17 products in like a 2,000 rupee price range, people are going to choose what they like most. It's like a phone. And there is a science to assortment sale also. When you're selling an assortment, you have to price it well. So what you need to optimize for is price per value. If this is the value the consumer is, if consumer is getting value of 80, price them 80. Consumer is getting value of 60, price them 60. The brand's responsibility is to price well. Brand's responsibility is not to communicate better. Price well, communicate honestly. When you do an assortment, always remember that. Because if you have a price of 70, a value of 70, you're pricing at 90 and communicating 120, that's the problem. Because you set expectations poorly. So self-awareness is very important in assortment sale, then price well. Yes. Depends on the kind of emotion. So maybe so for example, the emotion that works in our case is friendship. What really works is dosti yari. Like male friendship is a fabulous place to be. Mother son, not so fabulous. So you have to choose the emotion. Like we have to figure out what works, and especially on a smaller screen. Bigger screen, I think bigger emotions work. Smaller screen, smaller emotions work. Yes. Sorry, one second. Divya, tell me when I have to stop because this I can continue. 2 more questions. Okay. Yes.
Building trust for Bombay Shipping Company, like it will still take like 4-5 years. The products that you guys have, like people in retail usually see when they hold it, they see the weight and they feel that yeah, this is real. So even the case of Gillette, also the sturdiness of the product
Comes through.
relates to the safety. So how are you planning to build that for Bombay Shipping?
We'll have to do more. We'll see. I think India has 30 crore shavers and 3 crore trimmers. We have only reached 1.2 crore people. So there's a large market that we have left to kind of go and capture. I think good part is 80% of India shares bathrooms. So if you have to enter a household, you don't have to convert 4 customers, you have to convert 1. So that 1 customer, if it gets converted and there's a razor inside the bathroom, then the other 3 people will see this razor. And then the second one will come and the third one. So idea is to get into 1. For that to happen, we'll have to make, touch and feel. We'll have to do, we're doing a lot more in offline. You'll see us in airports. You'll see us in these kind of places. We'll have peripheral categories. We do perfumes, fragrances, etc. You see Bombay Shaving Company on face washes, stuff like that. So keep doing more in terms of communication and assortment. Go wide, go deep, get that 1 consumer and then make sure the product delivers. And then be smart about the way you're priced it. There is shortcut nahi hai. There is no shortcut. When it comes to building a brand or building a company in consumer, there is no shortcut. Drop by drop and then all at once. That's how it always happens. You all learn about compounding. The compounding of Bombay Shaving Company. One last question. Yes, sir. Shivansh. Yes. You have to be available at a good cost. It has to be cost effective. Being available in the most cost effective way. So for example, that's very expensive. So today, for me to get into a Blinkit store is far easier. I have a 38% market share in trimmers in quick commerce. So when Blinkit is opening a new store, I am the first purchase order they make on trimmers because I'm a high value product with low volumetric. So if see, as a founder, what is my job? My job is deployment of capital. It costs me 100 rupees to get into a Blinkit dark store. It costs me 1,000 rupees to get into a chai store, for example. Where will I deploy capital? Blinkit. I keep deploying capital in Blinkit until the marginal cost of getting into a Blinkit store becomes very expensive. Then I go to the next. Then or consumers are tapped out. Like Amazon, Flipkart, consumers are tapped out. So I can't do more of that. Then I go to the next thing. So my job is to deploy money in good distribution, make sure that I raise that money through the business, and the third thing is return that money back to the business if I can't distribute more. So the money can be used to grow. And when growth happens, then distribution happens. So I'm flying a plane. Okay. One part of the one, and it's got two engines. One engine is product and brand. The other engine is distribution. And I have to run both at the same speed. Otherwise, the plane will go in different directions. If distribution overtakes product and brand, then I have an inventory issue. If brand market overtakes distribution, I have an out of stock issue. I have to run both equally, and the plane is going into the mind of the consumer. That's the destination. That's always how you should think about building a business. To do both, how you climb a ladder, left foot, then right foot, you're suddenly in a very awkward place, right? Do both together, always. And then you have a limited amount of money to deploy that. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. This has been a lot of fun. Yeah, sure, yeah. Hi.
Shantanu, when we started interviewing the core ICT, we kept spilling over other PGs. And these PGs were just looking for the most affordable way to get a clean shave. These were, like we understood that there are three types of people that use a trimmer. One for convenience, one for style, and there were a large base of people that generally just use it as the cheapest way to remove facial hair from their face. So I believe like a bigger moat can be to change this positioning into the most affordable way to remove your facial hair and get a clean shave. So while we do this, like from the 50 people that we interviewed, at least of them 35 were genuinely looking for something like this because effectively a Presto shaves cost them 12 to 13 rupees, right? And our per shave cost is about 8 to 9 rupees. So, and it's generally also product where we're outperforming Gillette in terms of the quality of product and the quality of experience. So why don't we just change the positioning altogether of Smart Sensitive
To what?
to like the most affordable?
That's what we've done.
But we're still targeting young audience. We're trying to catch them young and hoping they stick with us for the long term.
No, not at all. Not at all. We are communicating. One second. Sorry, I know we have gone overboard. Just 2 minutes. Who we communicate to and who the product is for are two different things. We are communicating to the 20-year-old consumer hoping for them to buy. But are we going to see ladder-ons from Presto who recognize the value through our distribution and our communication? Yes. Are they going to see the product? Yes. Do I communicate to them? No. Because affordability is a very subject. First of all, razor affordability is very hard to do the math. Men don't do this math. Forcing them to do the math is a problematic thing. Don't do hard marketing. Don't do stuff that is hard for the consumer to get. Itna rupee, utna rupee. People are not going to do it. Thinking is hard stuff. People are lazy. People won't do it. Target the consumer so that over a period of time, the halo effect of value goes to the consumer and then they'll come. My view, they'll come. And there's enough data to show they'll come. So, otherwise, if I do this, no, then I become Supermax. I can't be that. हो जाएगा आ जाएगा वो cool. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Shant.
I don't think this is working, but thank you so much. Would you mind taking a picture with the
Not at all.
and a selfie with all of them?
Yeah, sure. Give me my phone.
Okay, all the four. Okay, first we'll do the selfie,
Yeah.
then all the winners, all the four groups presented, will come on the stage later and we'll take one picture.
Yes. In what? I'll send you the full photo. Okay, guys, fit in. Fit in, fit in, fit in, fit in, fit in, fit in, fit in. You guys can use this part. This part is fully empty. It's definitely coming in. कुछ हुआ क्या? Okay, smile, smile, smile. Okay. Yeah, of course.
We also want to click a picture. Okay, guys, thank you.
Before the questions, I actually wanted to say something. I was trying to raise my hand, but I was not able to get your attention. So I was building on the but किसी को बताना मत idea, and I came up with something. If you have 2 minutes, I would like to
Yeah.
share that. So basically, I was thinking of a